Every single year, humanity consumes over 360 million tons of meat. That's not just a number, it's the silent story of billions of animals, raised, caught, and slaughtered to satisfy our hunger, our culture, and sometimes just our cravings. But here's the big question: which animals are eaten the most? You might think of pork or beef or maybe even chicken, but surprise, some of the world's most heavily consumed animals might not be what you expect. One of them even barks. Another, it snaps its jaws like a prehistoric beast. In today's video, we're counting down the 10 most eaten animals on Earth, ranked by annual consumption, from swamp-dwelling predators to backyard companions. Some will shock you, some might disturb you, and some might make you rethink what's on your plate. Let's dive in. 10. Crocodile. From swamp king to dinner plate. The crocodile, ruler of the swamp, apex predator, and nightmare fuel for many. But here's a twist you probably didn't expect. Over 100,000 crocodiles are slaughtered each year just to feed people. And get this, 80% of those are consumed in Guangdong, China alone. Locals there believe crocodile meat has powerful health benefits, boosting the lungs, kidneys, and even, male vitality. Because of rising demand, crocodiles are now farmed on a large scale rather than hunted in the wild. That's right, they're no longer just swamp monsters, but livestock. So, what's the price of this exotic meat? In China, raw crocodile meat sells for around $16 to $20 per kilogram, and once it hits restaurant menus or fancy stores, that price can easily double. Meanwhile, in the United States, crocodile meat is sold mostly frozen, especially in southern states like Louisiana or Florida, where it's considered a regional delicacy. You'll find it for $20 to $30 per kilogram, sometimes more if it's premium fillet cuts. You'll even see it fried and served up in po' boys, gator bites, or smothered in spicy Cajun sauce at local restaurants. While crocodile meat is still relatively niche due to its price, it's gaining traction. And who knows, if it ever becomes more affordable, you might just see this ancient predator show up in your grocery aisle right next to the chicken wings. 9. Dog, man's best friend, or dinner. This one's gonna be controversial. Around the world, dogs are known as loyal companions, smart, loving, and practically family. But in some cultures, they're also considered food. Shocking? Maybe. But here are the facts. Over 2 million dogs are consumed every year worldwide. In South Korea alone, more than 1,500,000 dogs are slaughtered annually, mostly from over 1,000 licensed dog meat farms. For decades, dog meat has been a traditional dish there, especially during the hottest months, believed to increase stamina and body heat. In some parts of Vietnam and China, dog meat is also seen as a delicacy, often served in drinking parties or on special occasions. 7. Beef, the king of the Western dinner table. Juicy, flavorful, and endlessly versatile. From sizzling steaks and hearty stews to burgers and BBQs, beef holds a royal place in Western cuisine, so it's no surprise that over 300 million cows are slaughtered each year to satisfy the world's appetite. And the United States leads the pack, consuming over 50% of the world's beef supply. In fact, some of the largest meat processing plants in the world are located in the US, where up to 40,000 cows are processed every single day. Yes, 40,000. That's not a typo. Outside the US, Brazil and China are the next biggest players in both producing and consuming beef, contributing massively to the global total. But why is beef so popular? Beyond the taste, beef is packed with protein, iron, zinc, and vitamin B12, essential nutrients that support muscle growth, energy, and overall health. In many cultures, red meat is more than just food. It's a symbol of wealth, masculinity, and celebration. But behind the sizzling steak lies a deeper story. The environmental impact of beef production is huge, from deforestation and land use to methane emissions and water consumption. Add to that concerns about animal welfare, and it becomes clear that bite of burger isn't as simple as it seems. Once again, what's on your plate is more than just a meal. It's a reflection of modern food systems, personal choices, and global consequences. 6. Lamb, sacred meat with a cultural soul. It might not be a daily staple in Western homes, but in many parts of Asia, the Middle East, North Africa, and even parts of Europe, lamb is more than food, it's a sacred tradition. In countries like Afghanistan, Pakistan, Iran, and across the Arab world, lamb is the centerpiece of celebrations, especially during religious holidays like Eid al-Adha, where it symbolizes sacrifice and generosity. In the Basque region of Spain, lamb is a proud part of local culinary heritage, often roasted in open flames as a symbol of community and craftsmanship. And with that deep cultural love comes massive demand. Every single day, about 2.7 million sheep are slaughtered, leading to nearly 1 billion lambs consumed worldwide each year. Topping the list, China, consuming roughly 1/3 of the entire global lamb supply, especially in regions like Inner Mongolia, where lamb is roasted, stewed, and served as a daily favorite. But lamb isn't for everyone. It has a stronger, gamier flavor compared to beef or chicken, an acquired taste that loyal fans can't get enough of, but others might avoid. Nutritionally, lamb packs a punch. It's rich in iron, zinc, and B vitamins, making it especially beneficial in colder climates where people need warmth and energy. But here's the flip side. Raising sheep at such massive scale comes at a cost, from overgrazing fragile land to water consumption in dry regions. It's a reminder that even traditional foods have environmental footprints. Starkly provided Globe or Junius, so the next time you enjoy a slow-cooked lamb shank or a skewer of kebabs, remember, you're tasting centuries of culture, but also playing a part in a modern global system. 5. Rabbit, cute on the outside but a global delicacy. It might be hard to imagine those fluffy, wide-eyed creatures hopping around the backyard ending up on a dinner plate. But around the world, rabbit meat is a billion-dollar industry. According to Indexbox, the global rabbit meat market once reached over $6.4 billion in annual revenue, proving that demand is anything but small. Every year, more than 1 billion rabbits are slaughtered for food. The top consumer? China, especially the Sichuan region, where rabbit dishes are cooked with bold spices, garlic, and tongue-numbing chili oil. In Europe, especially in France, Italy, and Spain, rabbit is considered a lean and healthy alternative to beef or pork. It's praised for being high in protein, low in fat, and packed with essential nutrients like vitamin B12 and selenium. But let's be real. In many places, especially in the US, rabbit still sits in that awkward space between pet and protein. Still, global demand keeps rising, fueled by both traditional cuisine and modern health trends. You'll even find rabbit featured on gourmet menus across high-end restaurants in New York, Paris, and Shanghai. And here's something many people don't know. Rabbits are among the most efficient livestock in terms of feed-to-meat ratio. They reproduce quickly, require little space, and have a lower carbon footprint than cattle or pigs. So while their cuteness might make us hesitate, the world continues to turn rabbits into stews, roasts, and barbecues, proving that in food culture, sentiment and survival often collide. Pork, the everyday meat that feeds the world. It's the underrated champion of dinner tables across the globe. From crispy bacon in the West to braised belly in the East, pork is the world's most widely consumed red meat, and it's not even close. If every year over 1.5 billion pigs are slaughtered to meet demand, that's billions of servings of pork chops, sausages, ham, and more. Why is pork so popular? Affordability, versatility, and flavor. In many Asian countries like China, pork isn't just a meat, it's a staple of identity. Dishes like char siu, red braised pork, and pork dumplings are woven into family traditions and festive meals. In Europe, pork shows up in iconic forms: prosciutto in Italy, bratwurst in Germany, and bangers in the UK. Even in the US, pork holds its own through ribs, pulled pork sandwiches, and of course, bacon, the all-American breakfast favorite. It's also one of the most adaptable meats in the world. Whether you grill it, fry it, stew it, or smoke it, pork absorbs flavor like a sponge and pairs beautifully with spices, herbs, and sauces from every continent. But all that popularity comes with a cost. The global pork industry has been a major driver of industrial farming, raising concerns about animal welfare, antibiotic use, and environmental impact. In recent years, outbreaks of African swine fever have rocked supply chains, especially in Asia. Still, pork continues to dominate. Why? Because it sits at that sweet spot. Accessible, affordable, and delicious. For billions of people, pork isn't just meat, it's home. 3. Chicken, the global favorite that never goes out of style. Think about it, whether it's crispy fried chicken, grilled wings at a barbecue, or a simple chicken salad, this bird is everywhere. And the numbers prove it. Every single day, over 202 million chickens are slaughtered. That adds up to more than 65 billion chickens consumed each year worldwide. Let that sink in. Why is chicken so popular? It's affordable, it's quick to cook, and it fits into nearly every culture's cuisine, from spicy chicken curry in India to soy-glazed wings in Korea, from chicken tacos in Mexico to buffalo wings in the US. Fast food chains like KFC, McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, and Popeyes have also played a massive role. In fact, it's no exaggeration to say that modern fried chicken culture was born in America and exported to the world. In places like Guangdong, China, people consume nearly 1 million chickens a day, often freshly slaughtered and cooked in dishes like steamed chicken with ginger and scallion oil. Health conscious? Chicken is seen as a leaner alternative to red meat. It's high in protein, low in fat, especially if you skip the skin, and easy to portion. But behind all this convenience and flavor is a hidden cost. The rise of factory farming has led to overcrowded conditions, antibiotic overuse, and concerns about sustainability. It's efficient, yes, but the ethics are still being debated. Still, chicken remains king in the world of meat. It's the go-to protein when you don't know what to cook. It's the crowd pleaser on any menu. And no matter where you are on the planet, there's probably a chicken dish just around the corner. 2. Crawfish, the tiny crustacean behind a massive industry. You might know them as crawfish, crayfish, or even mudbugs, but no matter the name, these little freshwater crustaceans have become a global food phenomenon. And here's the jaw-dropping fact. Every year, over 200 billion crawfish are consumed worldwide. That's right, 200 billion. Leading the charge? China, by a long shot. Crawfish has become such a cultural and economic staple there that it now supports over 5 million farmers, and thousands of restaurants serve it in dozens of mouth-watering ways. One of the most iconic, spicy crawfish stir-fried with garlic, chili, and Sichuan peppercorns. It's a flavor bomb and a crowd favorite. According to Nikkei, China's crawfish industry now produces over 1.1 million tons of crawfish annually, with a market worth more than $38 billion USD dollars. And it's not just about food. Crawfish has become part of night market culture, food delivery trends, and even festival celebrations. It's social, it's seasonal, it's addictive. In the US, crawfish is a cultural icon in the South, especially Louisiana. Every spring, families gather for crawfish boils, where tables are covered in newspaper and piled high with spicy crawfish, corn, and potatoes. It's messy, fun, and oh so delicious. But the scale of consumption in China has made crawfish the second most consumed animal by volume on the planet, behind only one other, fish. So the next time you crack open a tiny tail and suck out the spicy juice, remember you're part of a massive global tradition. 1. Fish, the most eaten animal on the planet. Let's be honest, you probably expected beef or chicken to take the crown. But the real king of global consumption, fish. Each year, humans consume so many fish that we can't even count them individually. The number is literally in the trillions. On average, over 300 million fish are pulled from oceans, rivers, and farms every single day. That's more than 100 billion fish per year, and that's a low-end estimate. Why fish? It's a lean source of protein. A yeast data derivated in omega-3 fatty acids, which are great for your heart and brain, a use data, packed with vitamin D, iron, iodine and selenium, are essential for everything from immune function to thyroid health, a use data, and ESD versatile, a use data expert Goan 21 board, 44 hours MDU ski. And it's versatile, from sushi to fish and chips, from grilled salmon to spicy fish curry. But the reasons go beyond health. In many parts of the world, especially in Asia and Africa, fish is not just a preference, it's a dietary necessity. In fact, for over 3 billion people, fish provides at least 20% of their daily protein intake. Countries like China, Indonesia, India, and Japan lead in both fishing and consumption. Meanwhile, Norway, Iceland, and Thailand are major exporters, feeding demand around the globe. Let's not forget the US, where seafood is a $100+ billion industry, with salmon, tuna, and cod among the favorites. But there's a dark side too. Overfishing has pushed many species to the brink. Bycatch, the unintentional capture of non-target species, is devastating marine ecosystems, and pollution and climate change are making sustainable fishing more difficult than ever. Still, fish remains the most consumed animal in the world, not because it's cheap or trendy, but because it's essential. So the next time you take a bite of your sushi roll, grilled tilapia, or tuna sandwich, you're tasting the world's #1. And that wraps up our countdown of the 10 most consumed animals in the world. Which one surprised you the most? And which would you try or never touch in a million years? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more wild food facts from around the globe.